December, talking about authentic leadership. And our case study is built this month around President Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah, that's right. So the focus is authentic leadership and looking for someone to model this month's topic around. I really thought Eisenhower would be a great choice for that. You know, he led the Allies in World War II. He was a pretty well decorated veteran in that regard, and I think that was a lot of his appeal as a candidate was his leadership experience in the military, and that carried over obviously into his tenure as a politician as well.
As I look at today's business climate, I think this concept of authentic leadership is much more of a challenge for leaders that are slightly older, like those are in the late 40s, 50s, and 60s, because many business leaders grew up in that era of like you were detached, like you couldn't be human with people that you were leading because then you couldn't be a good leader. Where we see some of the younger generations coming up now, like that's actually what they crave, is what they want, and they respect you more if you show more authenticity. From the stage, I talk about it as edited vulnerability, right? We don't look at our audience to be our therapist, but we do share who we are and let people know who we are as people. And it's a great key to leadership, especially if you're working with a younger audience.
Yeah, that's right. And as younger people start to take up the mantles of leadership across all industries, the way leaders act around others is going to change, and that's obviously necessary. But if you're authentic and you are your true self, you're going to have a lot better experience as a leader, and those who are being led by you as well will fare better.
100% agree. Embrace it. I love it. Well, take us out, Kirk, with this quote, if you will.
Yeah, well, in describing President Eisenhower, a campaign book back in the 60s said it's the sincerity, his integrity, sense of duty, his virtue as a family man, his religious devotion, and his sheer likableness were all factors that led to his election and re-election. So I think that gives you an idea whether or not you liked Eisenhower, and it seemed like most people did. You knew who he was, and it was one trait for politicians that I think is usually lacking, or at least people perceive it to be lacking, is putting up a facade. People want the real you, and that's true in politics and business, anywhere.
Absolutely. Today's post is live. Check it out right now.